What's good? What's real good? Welcome to the Fucktard of the Week Awards. Unfortunately, there is no shortage of fucktards in the news, so this episode has more than one fucktard. First up is Ray Comfort. He wrote a book called You Can Lead an Atheist to Evidence, but You Can't Make Him Think. Answers to questions from angry skeptics. What evidence exactly are they leading us to? I'm just seeing logical fallacies. Oh, the evidence must be invisible.
There are good and bad atheists, and in recent years we've seen an increase of bad atheists. These radicals go out of their way to try and censor the Bibles from being given to school children and sue Rick Warren because he was asked to pray at the presidential inauguration or protest the presence of a nativity scene. Their agenda isn't to promote atheism. It is the God-given right of every American to be an atheist if that's what he chooses. But the new atheist's agenda is to undermine the rights of those who have the freedom to worship the God who gave them life and liberty. I want to pull the plug on the rising tide of atheism. This book is part of that effort.
The darker a nation gets, the more it hates the light, Ray Comfort said about Obama being elected. Oh wait, he was talking about sin. It's very easy to prove that God exists. You cannot have a creation without a creator. You cannot have things made without a maker. So all it takes is a little bit of common sense on the part of thinking people to realize atheism is a farce. It's intellectual suicide. It makes no sense whatsoever. Intellectual honesty makes no fucking sense. It says he tackles what I call the geographic bias argument. I'd be interested to see his response to that one, because I'm sure it's full of fallacies. In fact, he's already demonstrating that his book is nothing new. Same shit he brought to the Rational Response Squad, and then they fucking owned him.
And it's an absolute tragedy, because every atheist is going to get the shock of his death. They've got everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Oh no, not Pascal's wager, please. It's full of fallacies.
He saw no proof of God's existence whatsoever, Comfort said of his friend. But one day he was driving along in his car. He went to a church because he liked a girl at the church, led in by lust, and he listened to the preacher and got challenged. Stopped his car and he said, God, I don't know if you exist, but if you do, please reveal yourself to me. And he said it in earnestness, and God just absolutely transformed his heart. And he went on to become my ministry partner, Kirk Cameron. It just goes to show, Christians need to start using the power of the vagina to lure people into Christianity. Hey man, come to my church for free vaginas. Get Jesus in your heart, man. Get right with God. With sharp reasoning, infallible logic, and quick wit, Ray Comfort slices up the thin veil of atheistic reasoning. No more excuses for those who would deny the existence of God. And nowhere to run but to the cross. Ray Comfort, you are a fucktard of the week. A Muslim who created a television channel to counter anti-Islam stereotypes like Islam is a violent religion, stuff like that, is being charged with beheading his wife. Yep, that sounds like Islam in a nutshell. Every day on television we are barraged with stories of a Muslim extremist, militant, terrorist, or insurgent. But the stories that are missing are the countless stories of Muslim tolerance, progress, diversity, service, and excellence that Bridges TV hopes to tell. Excuse me, I have to go behead my wife now. Of course, it's not like he's been convicted yet, but she did fear for her life. She was filing for divorce. There were calls about domestic violence. That's already enough after you hear that this guy started a television propaganda channel to talk about how great Islam is. He starts that channel and then he beats his wife and probably beheaded her. The grounds for divorce were cruel and inhumane treatment, referring to multiple prior incidents of abuse.
Just like the octuplets chick, this guy apparently didn't care about what would happen to his kids. Why have a peaceful divorce when you can scar your children for life and destroy their family? And the moral of the story is, don't try to divorce a peaceful, tolerant Muslim. It's time to write your name in the fucktard note. So, Muslim guy with name I can't pronounce, you are a fucktard of the week.
Oh yes, love, this irony is wonderfully delicious. It's the best irony I've ever tasted. I do love fucktards, don't you?
We're having fish and chips tomorrow, love.
Fuck your fish and chips. I want more irony. More delicious irony from Muslims.